Hello guys, my name is Lenamso. I'm a gospel artist. You can find my music on the Lenamso official, and on Facebook you can find me at Lenamso Kenya. On IG you can also at Lenamso official. Those who have not subscribed, consider to subscribe. Well, so today we are not going to discuss about my music. Today, in Bahrain. Explain about my life in Bahrain. How did it start? How did it go? And how did it end? I hope you will enjoy this. So guys, we have been hearing of stories whereby we see our fellow brothers come to this country, go to countries. Most of them, they go to look for greener pastures, and others just go for different reasons. So for my case, it was a bit different because I never went there to look for greener pastures. I just went because of my own reasons. That is because my relationship by then, it was failing, and to avoid the shame, I just had to get out of this country, to go there, at least take my 2 years contract, and then after that I would have decided what I really wanted with my life. So that is how I just found myself going to the Gulf country. I came across this friend of mine who took me to an office here in Nairobi, and I talked with the agent, and as I started this process, I started a process to Dubai because that is the place that I wanted to be. But unfortunately, after getting there, I didn't manage to get a chance to go to Dubai. So I was told the only available place, it was in Bahrain. And due to the eager that I had, I just wanted to get out of this country. I was left with no option. I just had to go with the Bahrain option. Since I was kind of, I never knew what to do. And that was the only option that I was left with. So I started the process, and I thank God because within a period of 2 weeks, at least my process was done, and I had now to travel. I remember that day, it was on 2nd December 2019, when my boyfriend just escorted me and took me to the airport. On arriving to the airport, I found that I was not alone, but we were so many Kenyan ladies. Apart from the Kenyan ladies, after getting to the airport, I found that there were also other ladies from other countries. According to our journey, we were to travel that day. It was on a Sunday. We were to travel on Sunday, spend the night in Dubai, Sharjah, and then the following morning, we were to wake up and head to our destination. That is Manama. That night, we slept at Sharjah. Oh my God. And for my fellow people who are just planning to travel abroad, kindly, when you are getting out of your home place, can you just try to carry some warm clothes, because the place actually, it is too much cold. In Sharjah, we had to sleep on the floor. We had no option. There is no seats to sleep on. So you just have to sleep on the floor. And I remember it was so much cold, of which we had to bear with it because we had no other alternative. So we spent the night there. In the following morning, we took the other flight to Manama. So on arrival to Manama, I found this guy who was waiting for me in the airport. But after this guy took me, I thought that he was going to take me to the office. Unfortunately, he never took me to the office. He took me to his home place, where I went and met his wife. I stayed there for like 2 hours, and then after some time, that is when my sponsor and my madam came for me. They came for me and they took me to my working place, that is in their home. And on arrival there, I was told to go in my room. I was just shown my room, and then I was told to take shower and then take 2 hours break. After taking the 2 hours break, I was to get downstairs, and then after that, they would at least try to show me the way forward. So I went and took the shower. I took my 2 hours break, and then not break, but rest. I took my 2 hours down. When I went to down, African culture that whereby we find that each and every time that you have a visitor, definitely you expect that you have to that is being served some or drink. But I came to realize that in Arabic countries it is a bit different, because despite arriving there, they never considered the fact that all that time I had not eaten. So the first thing they did, it was to show me how to work. So they showed me, this is your work, this is what you're gonna do about, this is how you're gonna go about it, this is how you will be cleaning, this is how you will be cleaning the room. So they showed me all those things. And then after that they asked me, do you want to start working now, or do you want to start working tomorrow morning? I remember, according to how much I was hungry, remember it was 2 days, I had not eaten anything. So I said I was not ready to start working then, and I said I would consider starting the work the following morning. So I went back to my room. Unfortunately, I had not eaten anything, but I thank God, because there is this one lady who was in that house, and she brought some food for me. That was my first time to eat Arabic food. I remember it was just like a small plate, and it had some baked beans in it, and there was this bread called kubus. For those who don't know what is a kubus, it is a dried bread without any oil. That is Umoja 3. As you continue listening to my story, by the way, continue subscribing so that you can continue getting more of my stories of my life in Bahrain. By the way, would you like to taste Arabic food? If yes, just comment down there and I will send you some recipes of Arabic food that I know. After the lady brought me the food, I ate it half-heartedly. Actually, I never liked the food at the beginning, because it was not the kind of food that I'm used to. We are already used to our African food. But now, this is a different recipe. I have never seen such foods. I have never seen baked beans. It was the first time that I was seeing them. But since I had no alternative, I just had to take them. From there, it reached a point, the first month, second month, third month, fourth month, April, I became sick, and my sponsor took me to the hospital. After being taken to the hospital, I was discovered to have some stomach ulcers, which brought a lot of problems to me and a lot of complications, because from there I was told there is certain food that I was supposed to be eating. I was told not to eat this kind of foods, especially Arabic food. I was warned not to eat, because for those who have been into Arabic countries, they know that Arabic food, they have a lot of spices in them, and I was not supposed to be taking the spices. After reaching home, I thank God, because I had a very good sponsor, a very good one, very good sponsor. After reaching home, they never allowed me to work. They just went and take rest in my room. Now the main problem was this. These guys, they are telling you, don't, but taking good care of you. They never, of the day, I always found myself too much hungry. I'm not eating. Every time they used to cook, they used to feed me with white rice, and that was the only food that was there. It reached a point whereby I had to steal some food from the sometimes some food in the fridge, and I would go and take the and then eat, and then I would just become sick. Afterwards, they would ask me, what did you eat? After telling them I ate the food, they would ask me, why did you have to eat the food? They would start shouting at me, why did you have to eat this food? You know very well, you are not supposed to be eating this kind of food. Why do you have to do so? So you are looking for problems, you are all. They talked a lot, they shouted at me a lot, so I was left with no option but to eat the food that they always gave me. This time I'm sick, I cannot get to the kitchen to prepare anything for myself. They never allowed me to get anywhere near the kitchen. In fact, sometimes they always brought the food in my room. Anything they bring me, it is what I was supposed to eat. I found myself in this hectic situation, and I reached a point whereby I was too much weak. I became too much weak. I became very weak, And by the end of the day, in the morning, I have to wake up. I have to continue with my work. I have to go on with my duties. I have to continue with my house chores. So I reached a point and I felt as if I was dying. I was almost dying. At this point, when I sat down, I asked myself, what kind of life is this that I'm living? One thing is, they are paying me on the date that I'm required to be paid. Yes, they are not allowing me to work when I'm sick. But now the problem is, they are not feeding me. They are not giving me food. I'm weak. I just sat down and I said, no, I cannot continue with this life again. And then, apart from that, there were some also other challenges of which we will have to discuss about them on another episode. Some of the challenges that I came across this house, it is that the whole day I would spend all the day working. By the end, around 10 o'clock when I'm about to go to bed, I would get to bed and then I would just receive a call, somebody calling me, hello Lina, can you come to my room? I want you to clean my room. And my question was, the whole day I have been working, the whole day you have been sleeping. How do you expect me to keep on working the whole day? And at night when it is my resting time, you are there calling me to come and clean your room. So these are some of the challenges that I came across this house among many. And after realizing that I was too much weak and I was too much, I felt as if I was dying, I reached a point and I decided that enough is enough. I said I couldn't manage this kind of life. What step did I make next? I decided to run away. So guys, what do you think? Was my running away a good idea for me? Please guys, just comment notification bell so that you can be getting each and every video that I upload. See you next time. Bye.